Hello, ladies and gentlemen. How are we doing on this lovely Wednesday afternoon, where we're going to be jumping into game and testing some mod. We're going to be testing the Black Dragon Dragon's Den production mod. I have downloaded the latest test version that he has sent me. I've added it to my single player save here in Riverland Springs, edit by Stevie, and yeah, gonna take a look. Gonna chuck on a few bits and pieces, and hopefully see how it's working. See how buildings are working, see how productions are producing, and all that good stuff. Right, oh, it's raining. Well, that's not going to stop us, is it? Right then. Well, we've got harvesting and stuff to do, but we're not. It's not about farming today. It's about testing. We're not worried about what the fields are doing, what's going on with them. We are here purely to chuck some buildings down and see how things are looking. Take a good look at the orchards, Black Dragon says. Okay, I will do. Thank you for giving me some pointers as to what to look for and test, because otherwise I was going to have to do the whole lot. At the ratio. Okay. The outputage. Okay. Let's have a look, ski. Right, we're going to be over here because this is a good placeable area on the map. Right. So if we go down to Dragon's Den production mod, we've got bakery, we've got all the production buildings. Taylor, sugar mill, soup, sawmill. Missing store item, DD paper factory in L10 NEN XML. Well, there you go, there's one error straight away. You need to look at your paper factory. Oh, and there's another one. The Cooper factory. So those are those. Right, selling points. Dragon's Den production extension mod. Dragon's Den warehouse and farmer's market. Nice. Okay, we've got the greenhouses. Mushrooms, medium mushroom, large mushroom, tarp greenhouses. And then we've got the orchard. So we've got the small orchard, which has a missing function, greenhouse manure in the L10N.EN XML. And again, same, all the orchards have got the same error. Right. So, zoom in a bit. Chink. Right. So, that was the small greenhouse. Small orchards, should I say. It's a bit hard to see what it's clashing with. I would say. Oh, it's because it goes a long way that way. Okay. There's probably a little bit of feedback. When placing like the greenhouses, we need to be able to see the whole occupied area, because that was very hard to know what that's clashing with. That's already fixed in the next build. Okay. Good to know. Because, yes, I'm not going to be able to squeeze a large one in there now, am I, anyway? But hopefully I can get some of the other buildings in there. Apparently I can chuck a large one there. Okay. Right. So that's at the orchards. Right, we need to add water and things. You gotta go. See you later. Okay, Black Dragon. I will let you know if I find anything. So here's what I'm going to do then. I'm just going to chuck some manure in each of those. Got the power tools mod, so that helps me just fill this up quite quickly and easily. And we can chuck the same stuff in each one. Make the test, you know, fair and even by making sure we've got the same stuff. So if I do that, and that's actually a bit tight. Tight to the train tracks. The good thing is, as I test things, I can delete stuff. I can leave me placeable area looking. Okay, so that didn't take a full trailer load of manure. That looks like it's just a shadow. Thought it'd like sunk into the ground then. That fill plane needs looking at. I can see through that. That's not quite shaded properly, I don't think. Right, so that's all there. Right, let's go put this in the thing. We'll switch to the tanker. We'll get some water put into the orchards. And then we can look at the production menu. See how they are all performing. Good afternoon, Barker. Just doing some mod testing for Mr. Black Dragon today. I also had a update from the guy who does the contract boost mod with a new version to put in game and test to see if it fixed all the issues that I'm having with that mod, and I can confirm that the new version does not fix the issues of not changing the payouts, not fixing the contract boost, or anything. So he's asked us to check the orchards first. Black Dragon has, so that's what I'm doing. Got all 3 of the orchards placed, small, medium and large. Just need to add water. Again, I'm kind of, it's again, I've been kind of avoiding productions in Farming Simulator 25 in my general course of play and stuff, because I haven't found a good solution yet for transporting pallets. We don't have the same auto load mods that we had available in FS22, so at the moment I'm not tending to do anything that requires me to move loads and loads of pallets and stuff about the map. How much water does this greenhouse take? Out of curiosity. $120,000. So where's the rest of my water been going? Did you see how many people were playing Oblivion yesterday on Steam alone? No, I didn't look really at player counts and stuff. I was watching Gopher do a bit of a preview look at it on YouTube. Just saw him do the bit, I think, where he got as far as, I think, meeting the Emperor in the prison. And then I checked out. I was like, God, he's been alive for how many hours and he's only just got to like the fucking first bit. Right, so that takes 60,000 litres, the medium one. So I'm going to guess the small one doesn't take much. So I'm just going to put on the ones with manure. Because we've added manure to all of these. And we just want to test out what we think to the ratios. Right. That's those placed. Right, now I need to think, because that area's been filled up by all 3 of those. So now I need to think to myself, where else can we go and place some stuff? There's an area over here. I can buy that. I need my money back. Right, let's first of all have a look at how the orchards are looking in this year's game. We've got our trees. Very nice. Very nice. Right, so let's go over to the new bit of land and place some stuff and things over here. So if I go to there and just run round the back, I should be able to get to where I need to go. Alright, let's have a look then. Again, at the factories, we have got bakery, canned, packaged factory, cement factory, carpenter, cereal factory, fruit processing factory. Well, we could probably do with one of them. Dairy, grain mill, oil plant, potato processing plant, paper factory, sawmill, soup factory, sugar mill, spinnery, tailor shop, well, as we're making fruit, jeepers creepers. Pallets load up on the front, don't they? Right, there's that factory then. Just thinking what else I want to test at the moment. I mean, we've got the greenhouses. Do various things. So we've got the orchard. So really we want to be focusing on the factories. So let's get a little bakery, shall we? Why not? Put it right there next to Matey's house. We can have the oil plant. Can have a grain mill. I want a sugar mill. No, don't delete the building. There's a nice sugar mill. Right, now we need to come and fill this up with things, don't we? Let's have a look. Let's take a look at them. So this is the bakery building. So input round the back, pallet spawn at the front. So we've got apple pie, blackberry pie, blueberry pie, bread and flour, recipe for bread and flour, 68 rice, 45 bread. Rice bread, okay. Cake, flour, cake, rice flour. Recipe, cherry pie, cranberry pie, grape pie, lemon pie. Barker has been a member for 20 months. Woohoo! Thank you for being a YouTube channel member for 20 months, Mr. Barker. Ka-ching! So, then we've got fruit processing. We've got apple jam. So we're going to need sugar for a lot of these. We're going to need water for the fruit processing factory as well. Doesn't feel that long ago I made you turn membership on. No. Now you're at 20 months, Barker. Nearly 2 years. Cocoa powder. So yeah, we got rice flour, long grain rice flour, normal rice flour, sorghum flour, wheat flour, barley flour. So the flours have been split into different types of flour. Oil plant. We've got canola, olive, rice oil, again, 2 different types. Sunflower oil. Sugar mill. 5 sugar beet to 3 sugar cane. 2 sugar beet to 1.05 sugar. 2 sugar cane to 1 sugar. See? And then those are my productions that are already existing in the map. Right. We will head over to the factories that I've just placed, and I'll chuck a few different bits and pieces into those. With the aid of my truck. I saw my buildings. I was about to turn and then I was like, no, my buildings are all over here. Right, we need water then. Bum, 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 bum. And we need that for the fruit processing plant, don't we? Okay, drunk that nicely. Wow, can hold up to 500,000 litres of water, this place. Gonna be here a long time filling it then. Right, that's the water in there then. I don't think any of these other places needed water. Reminds me, I need to log in. Right, let's go get my trailer. Sorry, I just had to sort something else out there, admin-y. And then we can put some materials into some of these bins. See, he's trying to overtake, and now there's a van coming straight towards him. Where am I going? The wrong way, ladies and gents. Let's spin that round. Let's make a U-E, because I got turned around there. I was heading the wrong way. It's because I don't tend to venture out very far from the starting farm, I'll be quite honest. I haven't really learnt my way around the map much. Good afternoon, Farm Sim G. How are you doing? How are you? Yeah, so that's where I went wrong then, because I turned off, didn't I, that road? I turned left when I should have turned right. But let's go get the trailer. Let's go get the trailer. Trying to think, at the start of this save I had, what was it, 326,000. I must remember that, because I need to make sure I finish today's episode stream with that amount of money in my bank account. so I don't lose anything when I delete everything. Afternoon, doing good. Good afternoon, Farmer G. I suspect you are one and the same person as Farm Sim G, but I appreciate you interacting on both platforms, Farmer G. That does help the algorithm somewhat. It's a nice little boost. Ticks the interaction boxes that they're all looking for. So I know for a fact I should have some cut sugar beet, so I can take that with me from the farm and chuck in that sugar mill over yonder that I've just placed, the Dragon's Den one. And we will get to a cooking. But yes, unfortunately I have to sadly report that the contract boost update does not work still. There's all my orchards replaced. Down the road we go. Sugar beet cut for the sugar factory. Then we need some sugar cane and some ordinary sugar beet, don't we? Now I'm assuming, I will assume, that Dragon's Den also makes sure that all his productions operate in right, sugar beet cut into that building there. Then we'll do some sugar beet, and then we'll do some sugar cane, and we can test the we can test it fully then. Seems very slow at unloading. Oh, because it's tipping out the blooming grain door. Why are you doing that? Let's make sure we change that, because tipping out the grain door is not very useful. Not sure what it's doing. This trailer always messes me about. There we go, we've got some sugar cane. Right. There we go, tip side back. That's what we want. Right, so if we go into productions, we now should have the sugar mill loaded up with, well, 59,400 litres. So let's start with sugar beet cut. We'll run that one to start with on its own. So 5 times sugar beet cut produces 3 times sugar. Okay, then what do we need? We've got the oil plant, which is the one in the middle. We've got the grain mill, so we can actually do some like rice flour and stuff. Because I'm not farming that, so we can see how that goes. Quite interesting that we have got like 58 varieties of flour now that we produce, as opposed to just flour. From the last game. So we now have an individual flour type for every individual crop that can be milled and ground down. No, stop. We don't tip out the bloody grain door. And then if we do just some ordinary stuff as well, you can see how that goes. Seems like Power Tools messes up my tip side. Right, and then in the oil factory, we'll throw in some... What do we want to throw in there? Also, some news for everybody watching the stream currently, whilst I'm just sorting through some of this stuff. There will be a mod hub update today, and Giants are going to drop a bunch of mods of their own, including the class Serion saddle track thing, and all its attachments. And then tomorrow there will be a blog post from Giants with information concerning precision farming, which is scheduled to release on May the 8th. So if you like precision farming, you'll be able to start playing that very soon, and there's some nice new updates in it this year. There is. There is now the option to do tram lines when you're seeding to reduce compaction and crop damage. There's also a new spraying technique called pulse modulation. And if you choose to use, another thing I heard mentioned was if you choose to use natural and organic fertilising methods in precision farming this year, you will be compensated with subsidies as well. Wait a minute, does it not take corn? Do we not have corn oil anymore? Oh no! Right, so what we got? We got canola. And we got olives. So we're going to produce olives. We're going to produce canola oil. And I haven't put any rice type stuff in there. Then we've got the grain mill, which we do have. Long grain rice. We have ordinary rice. And we have wheat flour being produced. Okay. I'm just wondering if I need anything for any of these other buildings. Like if I was going to put stuff in the bakery, what are we going to get out of it? I'm assuming it's going to require sugar. It's going to require things like eggs. Yeah, eggs, butter, flour, bottled milk, rice flour, sugar. Yeah, so we need all the different things for that. Well, that's okay, because we are currently awaiting for all the stuff and things to start making stuff and things. Well, that's a shame, because I messed up there, because I didn't get to roll that field. Alright, send these back to the farm then. We missed out there, because we didn't roll. We didn't roll the corn. Set destination. You come back to the farm, please, and park somewhere there. You, sir. Set destination. You come back to the farm and park somewhere there, please. You, up there. Set destination. You come back to the farm, please, and park somewhere back there. Right, we've got weeds on our grass field and weeds on field 4. We've got weeds on field 8. We don't have anything growing on field 10, which is the big grass field. That's a bug in the game, ladies and gents. Basically, we've learnt, what we've learnt is if you play with seasonal growth off in your game, okay, and then you roll a grass field after you have like mowed it, harvested it, it'll never regrow ever again. So yeah, grass fields are broken, ladies and gents. Still in the game. I have resubmitted another bug report to Giants about that. And hopefully hopefully they'll actually investigate it this time rather than just marking the bug report as resolved, which they did previously. It's nice to know that the mods work again, ladies and gents, in single player. They don't. Power Tools doesn't work in multiplayer. I've also had that confirmed. Yeah, a lot of the developer commands this time are not available on multiplayer servers, even if you are an admin, even if you have the cheats thing enabled. It's just something they do. The multiplayer client is a bit different from the actual game client, so it operates in a slightly different way. But yeah, we've got our orchards up and running. So what we need... Oh no, why have you not moved? You can't get there. Why can't you get there? There you are. You can get there now. So yeah, we've yeah, the contract boost mod is still just busted, as far as I can tell. And not giving... It's not taking any notice of the settings I'm setting in the game menu. So, yeah, that's a thing. So, what we're producing... So, for 4,800 litres of water and for 1,200 litres of manure, we're going to get 1,200 apples. That's a lot of apples, ladies and gents. Perhaps we could test out as well while we're here, because we still have a bit of placeable area, don't we? Oh, but I don't have enough money at the moment. Because I've spent it all. So what I may do, with my equipment back at the farm, I might just forward time, because I'm not too worried about this game save. Because what I can do is I can download the server version again if I want to play anything, because the server version's in about the same month. Hello dog, you sleeping? I'll give you some food. Dog's got more food. Right, have we produced anything yet from our greenhouses, from our buildings? Well, we've made 77 sugars. Ooh, hello. 1,000 litres of sugar, 1,000 litres of sugar, 1,000 litres of sugar, another 1,000 litres of sugar. All very good stuff. What we've got round the back here, we've got rice flour, extra fine premium plain flour. Ooh. An extra premium. That's nice. So yeah, that's good. Bearing in mind I'm playing 4-day months, so that affects the output. But nothing going on here yet. Did we not switch any of that on? The oil stuff. I sworn I did. Yes, I did. It does 20 canola for 10 oil. Okay. And it does 480 cycles per month. As yet, hasn't output anything. Okay. Fine. And then obviously we won't have anything over here yet, because we've not put any fruit in there or sugar. But we could get some sugar, the sugar moved over, and we can go and have a look at Hey, we got some fruits. Some lemons, some pears, some apples, some oranges, some plums, some peaches, and some cherries. So that's all good stuff. Just used just over 1,000 litres of manure, and it's used 4,000 litres of water so far to produce that amount of fruit. Not bad. Definitely not bad. Black Dragon asked me to see what I think of the ratios, and I have to say the orchards were a bit thirsty and a bit hungry in FS25. Looks like it's got a good balance so far. Yeah, because on the medium building we've used 2,000 litres of water. Just over. Just over 8,000... No, just over 8,000 litres of water and just over 2,000 litres of manure. And we've got a good output. And then if we run all the way over here, check out the large one. We're already full in our fruit delivery area. We have used just over 4,000 litres of manure and just over 16,000 litres of water. Not bad. Not bad at all. Now, question is, will we have anything that can pick those up? No, the Dragon's Den mod pack does not have any kind of trailers, or at this moment in time even, doesn't even have his little water tanker, his liquid tanker for moving stuff around. So he's obviously not implemented that stuff yet. I'm gonna need probably not gonna auto load anything mod added, is it? We'll lease one. We'll go get the trailer and we'll see if we can auto load anything. Very slow steering response there. Probably not used to driving around with all the weight on the front. See, where are you going? Because I'm going this way. This auto-load trailer pack is a complete waste of time. It doesn't fucking load anything. Apart from, I think, what comes with itself. So that is no good to me at all. What can I get instead? Because I'm not faffing about loading pallets by hand onto a trailer. Not doing it. Did do it in FS22. Ain't about to start doing it now. Best mods, apparently, these are. Most downloaded. I wonder what it falls under. Is it going to be under trailers, perhaps? Nope. Nope. Gameplay. Should probably be in here, wouldn't it? Somewhere. Why can I not find universal auto load? Is it not on Mod Hub anymore? I could go hunting for it. No, I still have Loki. I do have Loki. There you are. FS25 Universal Auto Load. There we are. I'll have to give that a go because I can't find any other auto load mods. I hope someone knows how it works because I ain't got time to read the manual. This looks very complicated. Just reading the instructions already. To configure loading zones, use middle mouse click in the shop. Right click to drag to move individual faces. Alt right click, drag to move opposing faces. Shift right click to drag to move the whole zone. What? Can I not just buy a trailer in the shop and have it load pallets, please? It's not a massive request, is it? I'm not asking for anything beyond normal. Right, we're just going to have to jump in. I'm going to have to just bite the bullet, ain't we? Jump in, find out what is going on, how this mod works. I also don't like the fact that that mod talks about mouse clicking. What happens if you play with a controller? Are you not able to use the mod? Right, we're going to get rid of that because that is just awful mod. Why haven't I got all my things saved? Did I not save the game? Sure I did. So it's April 2nd, still raining. Right, let's have a look then. So Universal Autoload mod does not add any pre-configured trailers. I'm slightly scared now. Auto load. Is that it? Have we got one? Alright, we go back to the store, grab that one and see if we have any better joy. We'll go pick up the trailer. Might make it easier to move things. Okay, how do I get it to auto load then? Do I have to set a key binding? Controller binding. Toggle loading. Right. Toggle unloading. Toggle loading side will be... toggle loading filter. What do we normally have for that? Right, set some controls. So if I change to this, does it tell me? Loading filter any. Collection type all. And loading side left. Seems fairly straightforward. see if we can load the pallets then. Otherwise, I'll just end up having to set all the buildings to self-distribution and auto selling, because I'm not dealing with pallets. Don't have time. Woo! We got loaded pallets. Freaky deaky stuff. Okay, it didn't pick up all of them, and yeah, again, I see the kind of issue that's you're gonna have with this mod pack, with all these loading areas trapped in corners. It's going to be very difficult with these swivelly axle trailers to be able to load products. And it's not loading them all. That mod's going to take a lot of getting used to, I think. Anyway, we can now put at least the sugar in. No, sugar doesn't go in there, does it? Sugar goes in this building. Dum, 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 dum. Why is it not picking anything up now? There we go. Bingo! We're getting stuff now. Woo-hoo! Did that stuff go in there? Did it just vanish into thin air? No, we have got some flour and some rice flour in there. Sweet! Right. We need now, then... select a vehicle to create a job. I would like you, sir, to go to destination for me. I want you to go here. I want you to go there for me, game. And whilst you're doing that, I can just quickly... Right, I'm going to nip for a quick bio break while he's driving to the building. Then we'll pick up the fruit pallets. Get those taken to the fruit factory. Right, we're here. Why is it not picking up more? Seems a bit clunky, this auto load mod. Can I get it to load, please? What's the loading button? Can anyone remember? I'll have a go back into controls. Because the help menu is shockingly bad in this game, because it doesn't show you all the buttons. Does it? It only shows you a selection of them. Nothing specifically useful to what I actually want to do. I might have to set some buttons on my Steam Deck for universal. Toggle loading, left shift R. Not getting any options now. To load or unload. Ooh, almost rolled it. Because I would hate to think that's the most pallets I can load on this trailer. It seems like a lot of wasted space. There's a whole bunch of stuff in the log file to do with universal auto load. Might have to study that a little bit later, figure out what it's doing and why it's so clunky. Also, it looks like the unloading area on these buildings needs a bit of a tweak as well, because it seems like unless you're directly over the icon, it's not actually emptying. Right, let's find it again, because I need to maybe tweak the controls a little bit better for the controller side of it. Toggle loading, left click, yeah. Unload, right button Y, left button Y. Automatic collection mode, let's change that to... Shouldn't matter. Oh, then it's closed the menu for me. I didn't want it to do that. So again, universal auto, what opens the menu? Control F Shift A, okay. Show debug. Turn that off. Collection mode is enabled. Right, let's go. Back to the store. No, back to the orchards. Let's get some more of the fruit. Let's see if we can actually fill the trailer this time fully. No, I don't want to go up there, do I? But yeah, I like the certainly I think the product ratios on the orchards are pretty good. I do like that there's an actual incentive to invest in the bigger the bigger orchards. There's a definite bonus to getting a medium one over a small one, large one over a medium one, etc. In the fact that it seems to consume less material and produces more products, which is nice. Obviously, the caveat being the cost of those places. You're paying cost for those, and then the space, the huge footprint, physical footprint that you need to place the larger building. So yeah, I wouldn't mess with the ratios on those. I would leave those for now. They seem okay to me. Right, we seem to have some pallets again. We might just again, for me, I would think you should be able to load more on this trailer. It should pick up more. Drop this in. No. He can have another time out. I'm doing a little bit of moderating at the same time as I'm trying to do this recording in this stream, so I apologise if my attention keeps getting turned away. there be idiots on the internet, as you can imagine. Right, collection mode is disabled. Okay, that loaded. And then it doesn't. It's actually quite poor that it only picks up that many. It'll take forever to transport all the fruits. wonder if I need to tweak it a little, this trailer. Go to the workshop, move the things about a bit. Give it a little bit of a more generous storage area, shall we? Whoa! Back to the store. And we can get this repaired. Why can't I customize it? Because I've leased it. Okay. That's why. Right, I'd have to get another one. Right, so now we've got box trailer configured. Let's go pick up more pallets. Why are you not picking stuff up now? Now it's not picking anything up. Now it's being a poo-poo head. What? That's even worse. Morning, gents. Morning, morning, morning. Because now that's only picked up 9 pallets. This time the trailer's picked up less pallets. Come on, Farm Sim G. You're a mod author. What's going on here? What's going wrong? Why can't I pick up all the pallets? What am I missing with this trailer? Why is it now picking up even less stuff? I want a completely full trailer. Well, universal. That's what I'm using, universal autoloader, but I'm not getting on with it very well at all. It seems very freaking complicated, far more than it has to be. I must admit, in FS22, I always used auto load specialization. I didn't like universal auto load at all, and it seems like it's even more clunky in this year's game. I just don't understand what I'm supposed to be pressing. How many load areas? Right, what's the controls again? What's it telling me? Right click to drag and move individual faces. Right. Swift. Well, we'll buy that one. I just want an auto-load trailer that will just go to an area and pick up all the pallets that are in it. Just one single button press. And job done. Don't really need to be fiddling around with 50 different buttons. And having to read wikis. You know? That's not very universal to me. Let's try and see if this will now pick up anything. Trying to load. And this is honestly the reason why I haven't really got into production buildings in FS25, because there's no real good way in game at the moment of moving all the fucking vast mountains of pallets, because none of the trailers will pick up what they're advertising that they'll pick up. And I just end up getting so frustrated that I end up just switching the game off and going, I don't want to play it. Don't want to play anymore. Done. Had enough. You know? Had enough of this rubbish. It's like, why can't Giants give us freaking trailers that auto-load in the game, you know? So I've got to go into all these productions now, and I've got to go distributing. Set them all to distributing because I can't be bothered to move them around. Same with these. Distributing, 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 distributing. So what we got? Distributing, 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 distributing. 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 Right, this is all end product stuff. So end products want to be, unless it requires, do these require jams? No. So all of this stuff can be set to selling. And these are all going to be end products, so these can all be set to selling. I can turn all these on. Oh, yeah, Universal Autoload is in the works for FS25. I'm using the, I guess you'd call it the early version of it now, which you can get off Loki's GitHub. But I never used Universal Autoload in FS22 because I just found it, as a mod to be so complicated and require too much user messing around. Autoload specialization was the one that worked for me, but so far no one's converted that mod over to FS25 and released a trailer pack for it, which is a shame because that was my favourite autoload mod in FS22. And until there's a way to deal with pallets, like I say, I just don't want to get involved in productions. I don't want to get involved in production chains, production systems. I just want to stick to farming, which is one of the reasons why I started up on Moss Valley this week, because it's a map that's just about farming. I don't have to mess with all the other stuff. So yeah, it's a bit of a weird one. But so far, from what I've seen of Dragon's Den's production pack, he's definitely getting on the ball with it, and getting on the move with it. And I'm just very sorry to him, really, that I haven't played with his mod as much and tested it as much as I should be doing. But it's because there's just no easy way to deal with all the mass output of products, all these pallets. I mean, even like dealing with these from Giant's own things is a headache. And it's still raining. So I still haven't been able to get any farming. 2 days into the month and I still haven't been able to get any farming done. Alright, ladies and gents, it is 3 PM in the afternoon. I'm going to take a bit of a break. Bring this stream to an end. I have had a look at and a play with the production things. Like I say, I'm quite happy with the orchards. I definitely think Dragon's Den's got the balance on those quite right with the outputs and stuff. He says he's already fixed the issue where you can't actually see the building's footprint when you're placing it, so you can't tell what it's colliding with. When the game's telling you can't be placed here, collides with something, and you can't see why. He reckons he's already fixed that in the next version. The only other little issue, I think, again, is the manure heaps in the building are a little bit see-through. Look, you can see the floor through them. They're not quite properly textured or something. I don't know what the terminology is for those. Now that's the same on all three of them, so that needs a little bit of another look at and a tweak. But other than that, so that's pretty good. Pretty darn good. There's the train. Anyway then, ladies and gents, that's been my little look at today of the Dragon's Den production mod for FS25 that Dragon's Den is working on currently. I'm sure he'll have another updated version for me to test very soon, and in which case we'll come back and revisit it and see what's changed and fixed, and hopefully as well we get something that works quite nicely with the auto-loady stuff for picking up pallets. That would be quite nice as well. So in the meantime, ladies and gents, take care of yourselves, stay safe, and I will see you again very soon. I may come back to Kick later this evening for a bit of a stream. I'm not sure what I'll be streaming on Kick this evening, but I'll probably be back on Kick this evening. And for YouTube viewers out there who have been enjoying the stream, over on the red side, I will be releasing episode 2 of my Moss Valley save tomorrow. So, thank you everyone for watching. Thank you for those of you who have commented and chatted to me throughout this session. I will see you very soon. Bye for now.